home, you
Rabbi, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Hello, everybody. Forgot to raise the volume and put the automatic loudness on it. All right. Boker Tov, everybody.
Shalom, Rabbi.
All right. It's Laraland. All righty. Let's see here. Who should start off in prayer? The Shema and the Ten Commandments. Let's see if Yadiel can do it. Yadiel, you pray for us. You and Junior do the Shema. Yadiel, let's see if you can do the Ten Commandments.
Thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you, Lord, for letting us have this good breakfast today. And thank you, Lord, for getting us another day of life. And we know we don't have you happy, but like we sounds like a part of our house like fell down. At least you hold the top of our house. And amen. Shema Yisrael, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Echad, Baruch Shem Kevo, Ma'akuto, Leolam, Ba'aleh, Hear Israel, the Lord our God is one God. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Do not have any other gods before my face. Do not say the Lord's name in vain. Keep the Shabbat holy. Honor your mother and father. Do not lie. Do not steal. Do not commit adultery. Do not murder. Do not.
Start off with number 5 again.
What did you say?
Number 5. What's number 5? Honor your mother and father.
Yeah.
What's number 6?
Honor your mother and father so you can have a longer life.
Mm-hmm.
Do not commit adultery. Do not murder, do not lie, do not steal, do not commit adultery.
Help them out, Lev. 5 to 10.
Honor your mother and father. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not lie. And do not covet.
All right. Yadiel, what you should do is have Grandma print them out and read them 3 times a day. Okay? Have Grandma print it out or Mom print it out, and then you say them 3 times a day. Within a week, you'll know. All right. All right. Now we're talking about stuff inside of Jehovah's house. Okay. Marley, read verse 10 and 11.
They were to make an ark of acacia wood, 3 3/4 feet long, 2 1/4 feet wide, and 2 1/4 feet high. You are to overlay it with pure gold. Overlay both sides and outs, both inside and outside, and put a molding of gold around the top of it.
All right. Now, Lev, read Revelation 11, verse 19 at the bottom there.
Then the temple of God in heaven was opened, and the ark of the covenant was seen in his temple. And there were flashes of lightning, voices, peals of thunder, an earthquake, and violent hail.
Okay, thank you, Lev. Thank you, Marley. All right. As you see, we have the ark as we're walking around the desert. Let me show you this picture. It's a decent little picture there. Okay, so when we're in the desert with the Lord, make this tabernacle. Let me get my marker here. Make the tabernacle the Mishkan. This is a copy of the one in heaven, okay? Because as we see here, we are told how to build the Ark of the Covenant, what the size of it's going to be, what materials it's going to be made of, and that's in Exodus in the Torah, Shemot in the Torah, and then in the Brit Hadashah, the New Testament, Revelation 11, we're seeing the temple of God and the Ark of the Covenant, okay? So this piece of equipment, this thing that Jehovah has us make here on earth in this house is something very important to him, okay? Acacia wood is a very special wood. It's not easily found in all the world, okay? It's very expensive to get something made of acacia wood, okay? Then it tells you the dimensions. What is this? When I say the word dimensions? Yeshua, what does the word dimensions mean? Oh, look, the two amigos came in.
What's dimension? Dimension is like a big thing or a small thing, like a lot of space.
What do you mean a big thing or a small? What do you mean a big thing or a small thing?
Is like how big, like how like I know, like when the constructors do a house, they decide, the chief decides how big they want, how big he wants it. Is it big or small?
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, Yeshua. All right, let's see here. Is Riyadh with you there, Marley? Riyadh, what does the word dimensions mean? And speak into the microphone, please. Don't put it by your cheek. Put it by your mouth.
Okay. So dimension is like, or dimensions are like width, depth, length. It's basically like how to measure mass of an object.
Okay, very good, very good. The definition of dimension. Okay, so dimensions, everybody, is how big something is. Yeshua got partially right. How tall, how deep, how wide something is. Why do you think Jehovah tells us exactly how big or how small he wants it? What do you think, Lev? Why is he telling us exact dimensions? What if it says 2.25 feet wide? That's his American term because it tells it in cubits in the Hebrew. But so 3.25 feet long. Why is he telling us exactly the dimensions of the Ark of the Covenant?
I think it's because he wants it to look correct. Like, he wants it to look pure, I think. And, like, pure is, like, without any defect or anything. Like let's say,
Well, how is 3.25 feet long something without defect? How is that telling us that?
the thing is, God is telling us the direct dimensions. And what dimensions means is like measuring how long it is, how short it is, and how wide it is, and the length of it.
Why?
The length.
4K.
So it looks just right because the Ark of the Covenant couldn't have been a square.
Why?
A triangle. I mean, not a triangle, a rectangle.
Why?
A square would look kind of weird.
To you, maybe. Okay, it was a good, interesting fishing trip from Night Air over there. Okay, Yadiel, why is the Lord telling us, exactly the size He wants it? Why is He telling us make it exactly this size?
You said, wait, can you repeat that? I can't hear you. I can hear you.
Why is Jehovah telling us exactly the size He wants something? And why is He giving us exact dimensions of how big this box is going to be? This way, and this way. How high, how long, and how deep. Why do you think He's doing that?
Like, to, like it's to show how like powerful it is.
Shows how powerful it is? What do you mean by that?
You said like how deep and like the corners and everything. Like see to show you how I can't break it.
You can't break something that's 3.25 feet long? If you took a gigantic stick and
Yeah, well, God and Yeshua will not let that happen.
okay, but so you're thinking it's not breakable?
Yeah.
Well, it's made of acacia wood. Well, acacia wood's pretty strong, but gold, pure gold is, if you have pure gold in your hand, well, that would be great, pure gold. But you can mold it with your hand. Pure gold is so soft, the heat of your hand can mold it. Like my ring on my finger is not pure gold. That's why it doesn't lose its shape. Okay, but pure gold, you could take it on your hand and mold it into a happy face.
Well, it's the box is holy and like why would God just let someone break it? If,
What my question really is why is He telling us the exact dimensions of what He wants?
uh, I don't really know.
Okay, that's all right. We're just thinking about it right now. Kevin, what do you think, Kevin? Why is God telling us exactly the size He wants something?
Because he wants it to be perfect.
He wants it to be perfect. What do you mean He wants it to be perfect? Are you there, Kevin?
Yes.
Okay, so why do you say he wants it to be perfect? I mean, perfect. What is a perfect number?
7.
Well, 7 is, so why isn't the ark 7 feet long?
Because God didn't want it to be 7 feet long.
But you said the perfect number is 7, so why does he make the ark of the covenant 7 feet long by 7 feet wide by 7 feet high?
Because that's too high.
But you said he wants it to be perfect. Kevin. What about you, Michael?
Michael's not here.
Where's Michael?
He went to work. He went to work with my father.
Oh, he's making some shekels. All right, that's a good thing. All right, who's that? Brian? Brian's on the couch?
Yes.
Well, come here, Brian. Why is Jehovah telling us this exact size that he wants it?
Because when the priest, because the priests are gonna know how they're gonna build it. So
Well, he's telling him the direction.
they don't have to make it like.
Go ahead.
I'm getting something now.
Go ahead, Brian.
Because so like they don't have to guess anymore. They know what it is because they know in the Bible God tells them how to build it.
But why is he telling us that size?
So like they don't have to guess anymore.
So they don't have to guess?
Yeah, because they already know what's in them. They already know what God said about it.
Okay. Victoria, what do you think? Why is God telling us, to make it like this size? Why not 7 by 7 by 7?
Well, it has to be exact because, like, he knows, like, what could happen and how many, like, it has to be exact because he knows, like, what could happen if the measurements were something else. And so, if it's, like, how much is it? Did he say?
Well, he says 3/4 feet long and 2 1/4 feet wide and 2 1/4 feet high.
Okay.
Why
So,
did he say that instead of 7 by 7 by 7?
well, because maybe 7 by 7 by 7, maybe it would be too high, like too wide and too long. So, like, there's a reason to everything that he says, and maybe that reason is that there would be space for everyone and to go there and just, yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Allie Mae. Allie Mae, you don't got your camera on. You're in the store. On the floor.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Allie Mae?
Um, hmm. I'm not really sure because they I guess he doesn't want it to be too big, but of course he doesn't want it to be too small, so he makes it that just that size. So he does it longer or I mean wider, so that way it's not like a square, and then it's a rectangle. And then he does the rest of it that size, so that way it's smaller, so it'll fit in there.
Why doesn't he make it an octagon?
Uh,
Or a
I
hexagon?
don't know.
Or a circle?
I don't know.
That's what we're trying to give some imagination this morning. Okay, let's see. Junior, what do you think? Why is he making it that size?
Okay, didn't you say that acacia wood was very hard to find?
It's very hard to find, and it's well, today it's very expensive.
Okay, well, I think he put 2.25 feet wide and 2.25 feet high because to lessen the work of, like, for example, if it was 7 foot by 7 foot by 7 foot by 7 foot, to lessen the work of finding the acacia wood, then cutting it into like 7 feet wood pieces of wood, and then building it together. So by putting a more smaller and not as big of a size to make, it's easier and it won't cause that much of work to actually build the thing. And also, I feel like he gave that size as if I think if he didn't, I feel like the people would overdo it and make it like really big, and he wouldn't like it. Or on the other way, if they made it too small and he wouldn't really like it, as it maybe he wanted his way.
So you're thinking it's an economic thing because acacia wood is hard to find, but don't you think Jehovah would be able to, put a big gigantic acacia wood tree right by where they need to make the ark? Oh, there's a tree right there. It's the dimensions are perfect because that's the size of the tree, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, good thought. Good thought. Okay. Let's see. Last one, Mia. Mia, what do you think? Why is he making it this size?
I think the reason that he's doing it is so that it will be something that we can handle. Because remember, this is a copy of the one in heaven. So that it's also the way God wants his furniture. So maybe the ark in heaven is like much bigger than the one over here. I mean, like the one is maybe the one in heaven's much bigger, so that like his angels can carry it or something like that or whatever. So maybe he gave us something to handle. He gave us an ark this small, so that it could be something that we can handle. Because we can't handle like this enormously big ark. So the Lord gave us something small that's like normal size to us.
So you're thinking like it's a scale model, like you can buy a model airplane and it says it's one hundredth of it's 1/100th scale.
Yeah. It's this one's probably a scale model of the one in heaven, like 1/1000th. I guess you could say. I don't know how big is the one in heaven, but I'm pretty sure it's big. It'll probably fit.
What left?
Probably it could fill 1 billion of the tiny arcs that to God's hand, probably the arcs are tiny. Probably the arc is tiny.
Well, he does give us some dimensions of what the New Jerusalem looks like when it comes down. I think it's 1,500 miles in one direction, 1,500 miles. Okay, now what he's doing is making a rectangle. Okay, everything is going to be a rectangle. Okay, the Mishkan is going to be a rectangle. The Ark of the Covenant is a rectangle. The holy place is a square, pretty much a square. But sorry, whoa, that's something in my eyeball there. All right, so he's telling you exactly the dimensions of his house. Okay, and every piece of equipment and furniture that he gives in his house is going to have specific directions. Now, here, let's go back to this picture over here. So you see the outside of the tabernacle, the Mishkan, is a rectangle. A rectangle has two long sides and two short sides. Okay? Two short sides and two long sides that are equal. The long sides are equal in length, and the short sides are equal in length. So it's a rectangle. And Jehovah is living above the rectangle. His presence comes down into the Mishkan, into the most holy place. Okay. And Moshe goes to meet with him, and then Aaron goes to meet with him once a year. Okay, but it's a rectangle. Okay, now we look here at the tents. Now this tent over here, this one over here, is in the wrong spot. Because when later on, when we were camping around the tabernacle, we go, so let's say this is north. There were 3 tribes to the north, 3 tribes to the south, 3 tribes to the east, and 3 tribes to the west. It doesn't say that there were 3 tribes to the southwest. So you see that there's tents that are in the wrong spot in this picture. Okay, excuse me one second. Let me just get a drink. Okay, it's very specific in Torah how we are to camp around the tabernacle. Okay, so this picture is good in one sense. It gives you an idea of what it looked like, what the Mishkan looked like. You see here the holy place. Okay, there's a holy place in the front, and in the back is a most holy place, but it's also a rectangle. The reason that this is important is because of Yeshua, our Messiah. When you add up the camps, the number of people that camped around the tabernacle, God is looking at a gigantic cross for 40 years in the desert. He's looking down on a rectangle. We have a certain amount of people that go to the north, a lot go to the south, a real lot to the east, and a real lot to the west, making a gigantic cross. So the picture here is pretty good, but when you see tents that don't make a spot here, okay, because you had tents that were here, okay, but let me move my marker. This tent being over here is in the wrong spot, okay, it would not be there. So the Lord is telling us to make his furnishings in a certain way. Now let me see. Is this a picture of acacia wood? Okay. Now let's read verse 13 through 15. Mia, read verse 13 through 15.
Make poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Put the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark. You will use them to carry the ark. The poles are to remain in the rings of the ark. They are not to be removed from it.
Okay, so we're still talking about the Ark of the Covenant. What I want you to see here is that is an acacia tree. That is an acacia tree. They're not real big, okay, because they grow in the desert, okay? The desert, how much precipitation, how much rain can the desert get, Adrian? What makes it a desert, Adrian? Adrian, are you awake, Adrian? Somebody go wake up Adrian. Marley, what makes a desert? How much precipitation does a desert have?
Well, almost none.
When does it stop being a desert? How much water does it get if it's beyond the desert?
How much does the desert get of water?
Yeah, how much rain can it get up to make it a when it gets past a certain number, it's no longer a desert.
Low as 33.5 to 9 inches.
No, that's about the tree.
Oh,
I'm asking you about a desert. Do you know what makes something a desert? Did you learn that in school yet?
no, I did.
You
When
did.
there's no, yeah, when there's no water or at least much green. Not much green.
How much water can it get a year? If it surpasses this particular number, it no longer is a desert. Do you know that number?
No, not yet.
Okay. Let's see. Victoria, what makes a desert a desert?
Well, I think that it's that rain doesn't come often, so it's always dry.
Well, yeah, that's true, but how much rain? What if it gets 45 inches of rain a year? Is that a desert?
45 inches of rain?
Yeah. A desert gets only up to a specific amount of water in it per year. How much rain can it get? It keeps it a desert from blank to blank.
Um, how much water does it get per year?
That makes it a desert. Yes.
Um, maybe I don't think it's 45 inches.
You are correct. What is the number?
0?
0 to what?
Um, 0 to 0? It doesn't get any rain?
No, it does get some rain. All right, let's see. Jeanette, 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 Jeanette. What makes a desert a desert?
How much rain it gets each year?
I can't hear you, Jeanette.
How much rain it gets each year?
Mm-hmm. That's the question I've been asking everybody, but nobody got the answer. Do you have the answer?
Like about 9 inches.
About 9 inches? Not 20 inches of rain that makes it a desert?
Yes.
So it gets 20 inches of rain and makes it a desert.
No. At least like maybe 10.
Are you sure? Or are you just guessing?
I'm sure.
Let's see. Adrian maybe looks like he's awake. Adrian, can you hear me, Adrian? Adrian's just hanging out there listening to music. Junior, what makes a desert, Junior?
Right now I'm trying to think of a reasonable number, but I feel possibly around like maybe 32. Well, no, actually, like it's 20 to 30 inches right now. That's in between there. That's what I'm thinking.
20 to 30 inches. What grade are you
Around in that bracket. Eighth.
in? 8th grade. Wow. No, that's an incorrect answer. Lev, what do you think a desert is?
I think it gets less than 10 inches of rainfall a year.
You're guessing, or do you know?
Lucky guess. No, there's no such thing as luck. I was just guessing.
We're just guessing. Okay, let's see. Allie Mae. Allie Mae, what makes a desert a desert?
Um, well, the lack of water.
So it gets no water at all?
Well, no, it gets some water, but not very much.
3 inches a year, right?
At least, yeah.
At least? What do you mean at least? 5 inches?
It can get a little bit more than 3 inches, but not much more than that.
3.5 inches.
No, it can get at least 3 to 6 inches, maybe.
Only up to 6
Not very
inches.
much.
Only up to 6. Hmm. Mia, what do you think? Do you know what a desert is? What makes something a desert? How much rain it gets? How much precipitation?
Well, what makes a desert is that it gets less than 10 inches of rain a year. Less than 10 inches. So it could be 2 to 3 inches or more. But if it's less than 10, then that's a desert.
All right. All right. So we got the answer. A desert can get only up to 10 inches a year, 10 inches of rain per year. Once it goes past that, then it becomes a different category. Okay? But what makes it a desert is less than 10 inches. Everybody remember this because it's very important. These are important things because if you're moving to an area or you're stuck in an area, you got to plan for this. You say, well, this is categories as a desert. You're looking at the picture there and you're like, my mouse here. This is you're not going to be able to grow much here. Grass is just by the tree itself. Got a little bit of grass over here, but that's not going to be enough to have animals, right? If you're living in the desert, you're not going to be able to have a cow in this type of area. Okay? You might be able to have sheep or goats, okay? Because, it's got some grass, very little. And sheep and goats they'll eat anything, okay? They'll eat down to the dirt, okay? But a cow you could not have cows or larger animals in a desert, okay? That's when, like, when Abraham was moving, he had flocks and herds. That area was not a desert at that time. Okay, when we're in the Exodus, okay, and there were flocks and herds, okay, then the desert had a lot more. It wasn't really a desert. It was beyond a desert, okay? So everybody remember this. A desert, Allie Mae, I'm going to ask you next week. I'm going to ask you this question next week, Allie Mae. I'm going to ask Marley this question next week. Marley, what makes a desert?
If there's at the most 10 inches of water and below.
Per month?
Per year.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeshua, what makes a desert, Yeshua? How much water per year does it get?
0.
0? Are you sure?
Only a little portion here.
Only a little?
If there's no water, how is it gonna make the grass?
Well, what did Marley just say?
I didn't listen.
You weren't listening. You should be listening. Lev, what is a desert, Lev?
When it gets less than 10 inches of rainfall.
Okay, very good, Lev. All right. So an acacia wood tree is a very interesting tree. Okay? Because what it does is it gets real deep roots. Okay, an acacia wood root goes very deep in the ground to get the water, because there's water under the ground. When the Lord made the earth, he put water in the center of the earth. He puts water underneath our feet, where Rabbi Will, his house is. He doesn't get water from the pipes from the city like most of us get. Okay? He gets water from inside the earth. He has a pump, and the same goes with the Laras. They get water from inside the ground. They don't have city water. They have to be very careful on how much water they use. Okay? So an acacia wood tree is a very interesting tree. That's why wood is very hard, because it's got to withstand temperatures. Okay? And here at the base of the tree, you go into the ground here, like make believe that's going under. The acacia wood roots will go deep into the ground, grab the water that's inside the ground. Marley, what are you doing? Are you paying attention? Okay. The other thing that's interesting about an acacia wood tree, it'll grow in 65 feet above sea level to 7,000 feet, over a mile high. So the acacia wood tree can grow on top of a mountain. Okay? It can grow from 65 feet above sea level. That means where the sea is at 0 feet, and then you can go up to like New York City, it's above sea level. Okay? And you can go to different parts of the world where it says you can go to Denver, Colorado, and it's called the Mile High City, meaning that the city is over 5,000 feet above sea level. So when you get that high, the air also changes. But the acacia wood tree, which is a very interesting tree, it can grow at altitudes above 1 mile high. Very interesting tree. Now we come back. Who wants to read verse 9? Yeshua, you're going to read verse 9. Mode 25, verse 9.
You are to make a covenant
According
to
everything. Read what's on the page. Don't guess.
you are to make it according to everything I show you that is destiny
Design.
for the signing of the tabernacle and the sign of its furniture. This is how you are to make it.
Okay. Pretty good, Yeshua. Yadiel, what is a design? Yadiel, what is Yeshua used the word design twice in verse 9. What is a design, Yadiel?
Design means like to like if you're like making like you're coloring something, like you're designing it.
Explain it a little further.
Like let's say like you're trying to make a logo and you have to design it like so you can make it.
Well, what is the design? I'm trying to figure out what the definition of the word design is. You can't use the word design in the definition for design.
Oh, design means like to make something to make
Make something? Like pancakes?
no
Well, you said make something.
like
All
try
right, go ahead.
like drawing something.
To draw something. Okay, we're getting there. Yeshua's got his hand up.
Like my mom designed it.
You designed a circle?
She's still doing something with it. She's trying to make a basket.
Okay, so what is the design?
to make some
Well, sort of, but it doesn't help me a lot.
like Adasa and me decided our own dream house.
Oh, you made a picture of what you want your treehouse to look like?
Yes.
Your treehouse is going to have stairs?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's an interesting treehouse. Okay, let's see Hadassah's. Yours is going to be yellow. You're going to have a yellow treehouse, Hadassah?
I have a yellow, blue, green for the trees, for the bushes, and brown for my the branches, and those gray things are rain falling from the cloud.
That looks like it's a pretty huge treehouse, Hadassah.
Yeah, I put shine on blue.
Okay, you're going to need a pretty big tree to put that in. Okay, Riette, what does the word design mean?
Design, like the word design is like how, like if if somebody were to design something, that means that they made it, and or sometimes a design could be like a plan of how somebody made it. Like, for example, on a dress, if there are patterns, some people might say, I like the design, meaning they like how the dress was made.
Okay, so it's a pattern or a drawing?
Well, it isn't always. It's like something that um it's like the way something was created, I guess.
Way something is created. So let's take that definition and replace the word design with something created. We're to make it according to everything I show you, the creation of the tabernacle and the creation of its furnishing. This is how you're to make it. Does that sound right?
No. Well, it's for some reason it's just kind of tough to explain for me.
Well, try.
Okay. Um I guess it's sort of like how, like, what materials were used.
So you're to make it according to everything I show you, the materials of the tabernacle and the materials of its furnishing. This is how you're to make it. Does that sound correct?
No.
Okay, let's see. Victoria, what do you think? What does the word design mean?
A design is like a sketch or like a drawing of what something is, or like an object, or what they want it to become.
Say that again, Victoria.
A design is like a sketch of something that like you want to make, or something that already exists. It's just like a picture of it, but in drawing.
Okay, now what purpose would the design be for?
To, I guess it's like an example or like a model of the thing, and it can help like people like in construction, like they can, see where everything is and see like what they have to paint and what they have to fix. It's good for that.
Okay, very good, Victoria. Briette's got her hand up.
I think it's like part of planning. Like if somebody's designing something, they're like planning it out and how they're going to make it, and like what materials and stuff. Like I guess that's the design.
Very good. Now you're getting it. See, the object is for us to start thinking. Remember yesterday we were talking about their dream houses? Did anybody think about their dream houses yesterday? Okay. Now the next part about it is you might want to design it. Like, your dream house, if you had your big bedroom, or Marley was saying that her design was like a castle. Okay. So where the window's going to be, how many windows, what type of windows, what the roof is going to look like, colors. It's design. So Jehovah's saying, you're to make my house according to everything I show you. The design, the drawings I showed you of the tabernacle, the design of the furnishing, the drawings of the furnishings, this is how you're to make it. Okay? So in your dream house, you might want to make the floor plan. Okay? Where's the kitchen going to be located? So if you come in your front door of your dream house, where's the kitchen going to be located? Is it going to be on the first floor? Or is the kitchen going to be in the basement? Okay? A lot of times before there was air conditioning, Italian homes had two kitchens in our area. They used to have a kitchen on the main floor and a smaller kitchen in the basement for summertime. Okay? Because the basement was underground and it would stay cooler. Okay? So they had a small kitchen, cook in the basement. So the design of your homes, you might want to do, okay, well, you walk in and there's going to be the living room on the left. Okay, or you walk in and the living room's on the right. Or you walk in and there's, I don't know. Okay, you might have your game room right there. You might have your dining room right there. You walk in and the living room's on the left and the dining room's on the right, and there's a staircase going right up to the second floor right as you walk into the front door. Okay? So what the Lord is showing us here, Jehovah is showing us here in this week's Parasha, he's telling you how he wants his stuff designed. All right, that's enough fun for one day. We've come to the end of our class. Let me get you all on my screen. Then we're going to see who gets the right number to have the honor of praying to close our day in this class. Let me get you over here. Marley's still playing on her computer. Watch your eyes, Marley. One second, I got to get you all over here. And we're going to see who gets the number today. Allie Mae was first.
7.
Wrong. Marley.
2.
Wrong. Lev.
5.
Wrong. Yeshua.
Which number?
4. 9.
What was it, 5 or 9?
I said 4. Hadassah said 5. Sammy said 9.
You're all wrong. Briette.
I'm not sure. I'm losing track of what numbers were chosen. Maybe 10? 10 chosen?
Wrong. Wrong. Yadiel.
5.
Wrong. Victoria.
8.
Wrong. Kevin. Mia.
6.
Wrong. Allie Mae.
4.
Wrong. Lev.
3.
Right.
Yay. Wait, sorry. Go ahead. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you for all you have given us. And please, Lord, allow us to finish your schoolwork quick so we can help our moms. And please help us to, like, on our quizzes and tests, help us to get a good grade on them. And in Yeshua's name, Amen. Rabbi.
Have a great day, guys.
Rabbi.